Bubbles. Oh my stars. Before I begin, and I'm going to make a separate video to Zero Lightness. I do apologize. You were blocked on my last channel. I don't know if you're still around on this channel, but I'm going to make a video and put it up on that one and definitely unblock you. My bad. I'm just, because you just is what, and you just got wicked people. There's no treatment that can bring it back to life. Chemo ain't gonna work. Cancer have run this sector, and the only thing we can do is its course until the very end, till the wheels fall off. Clink, clank, clonk, crash. The end. Anyway, Zero Lightness, I certainly apologize again. My bad. I accuse you of being a Cancer, and that indeed is not you. And then I had you blocked. My bad. My fault. But I'll be making a separate video. I just want to say that real quick because I just didn't want to forget, and I've been meaning to do it for the past couple of days, and I kept forgetting. So I'm saying it now, but I will make a separate video. So Spade committed suicide. I've never bought any of her items. I've looked at plenty of stuff. Didn't do anything for me. I'm really trying not to sound insensitive, but I'm going to speak from both sides of the fence. Now, initially, my first thought, without putting on my mental health hat, my first thought of waking up this afternoon and the first news article I read is that Kate Spade was found hanging in her New York City apartment. Apparent suicide. She has left a suicide note. And it went on to talk about how she started her company, and within 3 years she had a store, and now she has so many stores in the country and all over the world. And Coach just bought her company for $2.4 billion. And after I read that, my first thought was $2.4 billion, and you just can't be happy. Now, I know that sounds fucked up and insensitive, but understand, I'm just waking up, and after reading that footnote of $2.4 billion, it's like $2.4 billion, and she just couldn't be happy. If you want to read into that, just understand that one, money does not bring happiness. Number two, she had the money to get some counseling and the best therapy forever. Whether she had a therapist or not, I don't know. But she just couldn't be happy. And I understand she has a 13-year-old daughter. Well, those who will now be her guardians, whether she still has a father or whatever, she's an heir to $2.4 billion thus far. At least, to tell you the truth. Plenty of money to get her into counseling and therapy. You better make her an appointment like yesterday. She's gonna need it. To have your mother commit suicide, and you're at that tender age of 13, that stage in life, which is like the best and the worst stage in life at the same fucking time. Those damn teenage years. Get her into therapy. Hey, I'm fine, London. Y'all excuse me for a second. I gotta do something real quick. I'm out and about running errands. Uh-oh. I hope I got what I need here. I think I do. Yeah. The daggone Kate Spade just can't be happy. I think most people, a lot of people, feel they can find happiness with $2.4 billion. That's just what she sold her company for. We're not talking about the amount of millions she had in profits down through the years, you know? Just couldn't be happy. I don't understand it. Come on, hurry up, machine. I'm just getting some money out of the ATM machine. Anyway, her daughter's 13. This is just horrible for a 13-year-old to have to begin her teenage years with. I don't understand why Kate Spade wouldn't even think about her daughter. Like, did she even think about, you know, like, what's gonna happen? Who's likely gonna find me hanging? Did she even at least Google what hanging victims look like when they're found, or what happens to the body when you hang yourself? And did she not understand that she's probably blue like a fucking Smurf by the time somebody found her? I hope it wasn't her 13-year-old daughter who found her hanging, bloated and blue as a Smurf. You think she took into consideration these things and how it would traumatize and affect her daughter? No. That might sound real harsh. Well, obviously, she has some mental issues. And you know what? I don't know. I'm just conflummoxed. I'm sure the person who found her is pretty much fucking angry at her right now. Because that's some horrible shit to find. I'm sure whoever found her is fucking angry. And they're going to need counseling too. But of course, in her selfishness, Kate Spade, she didn't even probably care to take all of this into consideration. That she's going to traumatize the person that has found her. God forbid if it's her 13-year-old daughter that finds her hanging bloated and blue like a smurf. She didn't think about these things. Because had she thought about these things, and if she had a modicum of concern for anybody else's feelings, their health, and their well-being, she wouldn't have never done this. On the other hand, I can imagine that somebody with $2.4 billion would be extremely unhappy. You know why? Because let me tell you, I would be unhappy with $2.4 million. I'd be extremely bored with my life. I mean, what can you do after that? There's nothing on this planet that I cannot have if I want it. I don't have to work hard to do anything. Whatever I want, I can have it. There's no struggle. There's no hardship. If I wake up tomorrow and want to go to France, I can be on a plane in 15 minutes going to France. If I want to go to Belgium for the day or just go there for a cup of Belgian coffee, that's all I want. I just want to get a cup of coffee from this restaurant in Germany. I got enough money to do that. Fly all the way to Germany for a cup of coffee. What else is there really to live for if there ain't no struggle? You know what I mean? Life will just be boring to have. Whatever I see. I see a $300,000 car. If I want it, I just get it. Whereas if I saw a $50,000 car, well, you know what? I got to set some goals and discipline myself. Map out a plan and follow the map. Follow the plan to achieve the goal. You know, that's living. And then when you finally get that goal and you got it and you obtain that vehicle from your hard work and your dedication, it's a masterful feeling. It's like, yes, I did it. But if you inherit billions of dollars and you're 13 years old and your mother committed suicide and, you know, whatever you want, you can have when you want it, how you want it. You know, there's no struggle. You would just take life and stuff for granted. You ain't never had to struggle. You know what? The people who grew up poor tend to have the most admirable and strongest characters. You know, you grow up with no lights in the house, no hot water in the wintertime, refrigerator empty. That builds you. That builds an individual. It builds character. It really does. Because as opposed to somebody who grew up, they've been rich since they came out the womb. They don't know what it's like to have to struggle without any lights in the house. They don't know what it's like to have to struggle. Wintertime come, no electricity, so therefore there's no heat and you're freezing. They don't know what it's like. Okay, your washing machine broke down. You don't have money to buy it 10 minutes, buy another one 10 minutes later. It might take 10 months. So you got to improvise and wash your clothes a different way, maybe in the bathtub. That builds resiliency and character. Because when you've had everything handed to you your whole life, and now you grow up and you're an adult, and let's suppose your millions just get washed up some kind of way. The economy collapses, and so does your business, and now you're actually living in a place you can't afford your lights. You're near homelessness. You know what rich people do in situations like that? Kill themselves. Whereas you, who came up struggling as a kid, and you set them goals, and you work and discipline and dedicate yourself and achieve those goals, and you make it, and you become a self-made millionaire, very successful. And if, God forbid, all of that is taken away from you and you back to living in a situation where your lights are cut off, it ain't no thing but a chicken wing. You can make it in life rich, and you can make it in life poor. The majority of people who were born rich they never make it in life poor. $2.4 billion and you can't be happy. You could just be real selfish and hang yourself and traumatize the people who have to come and look at you. Cause all types of emotional problems for your 13-year-old daughter. Just entered her teenage years. The hurt and pain you have caused this child. She doesn't even know how to manage her emotions and feelings. And you know what's going to happen? Give about 2-3 years, she's going to start self-medicating, getting high. And what's even more tragic in that is that she has access to money to do all the drugs she's going to want to do, all in the name of numbing herself so she can't feel, so she can't deal. With the fact that her mother committed suicide and she no longer has her mommy. Even more tragic than that, her rock bottom will probably be death at an early age, because she will die before she runs out of money to get high off of. If you think you've had a rough life, whatever trials and tribulations you've endured, thank God for them. It was good for you. It's good for you if you learned from it. If you haven't learned from it, then you're just still miserable in all of your bullshit. But if you learned from it, and you know you've learned from it, and you can tell that you've learned from it because your life is better than it was when you were going through those trials. Thank God for it, because it's made you stronger. It's made you into a better person. And now you can reach back and help somebody else and pull them up with you. With that being said, I'm going shopping. Don't know what I'm going to buy. I just got some money and I'm going to walk around the stores and see what I feel like buying. All right? Peace out. Oh, wait. There's people in the chat. Let me read the chat before I go. It's London. Let me see. Nah, the hell with teenage years. I hated it. I'd much rather being grown and able to make my own choices. Still, we all have different experiences. Yes, I ran so many errands today. My feet hurt. But it's cool because at least I got the fuck out the house and handle some business. Now I can tick a few things off my to-do list. Yeah, 13 is a young age to lose her mother. She really must have been in such a deep depression. She just couldn't think clearly. She just wanted the pain to be over. Still, if she was strong and resilient, she would not have done that. If she was strong, she would have stayed for her child. Lots of people have mental issues and work through them. Yes, I'm trying to read it in your voice and your accent. Yes, I remember being pissed off when someone jumped in front of a train and the train was held up for 90 minutes while we all just sat in the heat waiting for them to scrape that man off the side of the road. Jesus Christ. The railroad tracks. I would too. I would have to give a lot of that money away. Yes. Once you got a roof over your head and enough to survive, well, I sit with a surplus of money that can help someone else. Exactly. That's how I would look at it. That's exactly how I look at it, London. I would most likely just buy all of my kids a house in their own names, and that would help finish it all off. Yep. No struggle, no appreciation. Exactly. So real. Yes. Okay, cool. Enjoy your trip shopping. Thank you. All right. Thank you all. Don't forget to hit that like button. There's some lurkers. You can come in and say hi real quick if you want. I'm going to give you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tadia. Bye.